All right, so our oval group, what did you do to figure out number 1? Yeah. So was that a triple?
Yeah.
So it's a Pythagorean triple.
5, 13, 12.
5, 12, 13. And so then what was the answer when you plugged it into the formula? So just 5 times 12 divided by 2 equals 60. What's our unit here?
Centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared. All right, our diamond group. What did y'all get for number 2? You guys are diamond.
4.
You got 4. How did you get 4?
20 divided by 5.
It says it's DM. Anyone know what DM stands for?
Direct messages.
I would guess like decameter or something like that, but it's not a unit we usually use.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no divide by 2. You're right. I saw the triangle, not the whole thing there. Okay. You guys, how did we get 4 on number 2? Chase, how did you get 4 on number 2?
4 on number 2.
We already said it.
Divided 20 by 5.
Yeah. So 20 divided by 5. All right. Number 4A, I'm going to call on our parallelogram group, which is you guys. Hey, you guys, one talker. And so that talker should be me or the group I've called on. Okay, so what would you do to find the area of a triangle? So what would A come out to?
I don't know what the height. Or is that the right height?
Okay, so you guys, that's a good point. How do we know that 10 here, if 10 is the height or not?
Because it says
because it has a little square.
Yeah.
That has a little dotted line.
So height is whatever we have the right angle with. So because there's the right angle here, that lets us know that dotted line is our height. All right, so who got an answer to number 4A? What did you get? 75? So 15 times 10 divided by 2.
That's 15 plus 10.
And what's our unit?
Centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared.
Because it's a triangle.
All right, trapezoid group, what'd you get for the next one?
I want the next one.
28 centimeters squared.
Oh, because 7, you have to add 7 and 8.
Multiply 7 times 8.
I didn't like.
On the bottom?
Somebody explain why there is a dotted line on 2
Okay. Good point.
Because it's a right to the same thing.
They need to have little baby dashes that say what it is. Not like the little dotted lines. That is stupid. Can't I do number
1 equals 60.
Yes, you can, but let me explain this real quickly.
Shake it around and don't explain. It's so stupid.
Okay,
Yeah,
class.
it wasn't.
This one, it is a little hard to tell because they did all the dotted lines out, but you still have to see, the reason they did that is because we have to have that right angle to get the height. So they could have done like a dotted line up here and done the height 8 this way, but either way, when you have a triangle shaped like this, it's just going to look kind of odd.
But
It would make more sense to you. I know, things aren't always going to make perfect sense. All right, Claire volunteered to tell us how she found the area of number 3.
can I come up there and
No, never mind.
No, you don't have to go up here.
She can come up here and do it. But you have to do it on here so it shows up for, you have to do it on here so it shows up for the recording.
Okay, look.
Dude, now you have to amputate your arm.
So, this is 12, and that's 8. 12 times 8, you don't know what it is, so we're just...
Okay, so here we did our 12 times 8 to get the entire area, and that was the 96, and then subtracted out this, which was 4, and subtracted that, which was at 10, to get 82. Was there a question over that? All right, so then flip on over to the next page. right. What do we need to know to find the area of this?
The height, base, or the altitude.
Height in the area.
So that's our equation. How do I solve when I have a 1/2?
Oh, you move on.
Yeah, so the easiest thing is to multiply both sides by 2. So then that just cancels out the 1/2 on this side. 120 equals 15x. And then 120 divided by 15? 8.
Like I said.
By 15.
Because it's in 4 times 2.
All right. What do we need in number 6? What are we missing?
Number 6, you're missing the area.
Oh yeah?
We're missing the area.
Prove it. Yeah.
What else are we missing to find the area?
The formula.
Yeah. Nope.
No.
We know the formula. Area is base times height. So do we have the base?
We don't have that.
We don't have the
Oh,
height.
yeah.
What do we have instead of the height?
The angle
the
to the side.
Yeah. What can we do with this 60-degree triangle? 60-degree right triangle.
Oh, what's the 2x?
Oh, it's the 60 and 30 and
Yeah. Special rights. You see this up on the board there?
Yes, sir.
Dude, I picked this.
So,
Yes, I did.
well, you might want to go back and restudy it. All right. So, who does remember? This is my hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse labeled when we're in special rights?
no,
No,
2x.
2x. What will this side be?
X.
And then the side we're looking for would be?
X 3.
And so, if 2x equals 6, what does x equal?
3.
Yeah, so if 2x equals 6, then x equals 3. And so, x root 3 equals?
No.
3 root 3.
3.
Okay. And so then we just do 14 times 3 root 3. What is 14 times 3?
Big math.
42.
42, and then I just leave the root 3 as root 3. So it doesn't tell us what units here, so I'm just going to write in units squared. It doesn't tell us if we're in centimeters or inches or anything else. All right, on number 7. Was there another question on that? All right, number 7. What do we need still?
Height.
No, we have the height. We need the length of
We don't have the length.
we need base 2.
All right, so how could we find base 2?
Pythagorean theorem.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can for this side. So 12, 15, is that a triple?
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
I think it is.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, right? So it's a triple.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
9, 12, 15. Okay, so then this part's 9. This middle part's still 18. How about this one? Is this still 12?
Yes.
So is that a triple?
5.
Yeah.
How do you remember that?
And if you don't know it, you can always just plug in and do the math Pythagorean theorem. It goes pretty fast if you just, especially if you use the calculators. Okay, so what is our entire base here?
that's 20, 32
32.
times height. 32
All right, and so when we have trapezoids, we have to add the two bases, so 32 plus 18, and divide by 2. We have to find the average base first.
32 is the
What was 32 plus 18?
50.
50, and so we have half of 25. What's half of 25?
Only half of 25. Wouldn't it be half of 50?
Sorry. Yes. So 25, so then we have, sorry, you're right.
Times 12.
So half times 25 times 50 times our height, which is 12. What does that come out to?
350.
350 comes from the 32 when we add up our base plus the 18.
Oh, plus 18. What's your line in the first? I already know you had that one.
We bought.
All right, so it comes out to 300. Did they tell us what units it is?
Units work?
Yeah.
Can you plug this in the calculator?
Yeah, you can just plug it in the calculator. Alright, so when you have that, flip back over to our last page of notes for today. Alright, number 8 is a really easy one. In your group, plug it in, see if you can remember 8.
Oh, easy. 18 plus 30 times 7. 30 times 7 is 210. And then 210 divided by 2 is...
Come on.
I was asking you
As long as we got number 8, we say the answer.
Oh. Yeah, what's the answer?
105 units squared.
105 units squared. Correct.
Yo, okay, so...
Okay.
Alright, that's a stretch.
It really is. IB.
So that's just what you plug in. You can type that straight in the calculator if you want. Alright, what do we have to do for number 9?
You have to find the base.
So we just set it up. It gives us the area is 52.
52.
Yeah, what'd you get?
I got 3.
Correct. X equals 3. But we do 10 plus X times 8. Do you want me to solve it out step by step?
No.
So I would take 1/2 times 8 and multiply out to get 4. So then we have 52 equals 4 times 10 plus X. Divide by 4. So I'm just simplifying what I can on that side. 52 divided by 4 is, what is 52 divided by 4? Yeah, 13. Thank you. Yeah, 13 equals 10 plus X, and then subtract 10. X equals 3. Alright, what do we do for number 10? Alright, so number 10, there's no H, you're right, in this formula. What did it ask us to do? Find the median. Do you guys remember that word median?
Yeah.
Yeah, so median is this middle line here. And the reason there's no H is to find the median, it is just finding that average of the bases. So it's just that first part of the formula that you would then take to multiply times the height. So all we have to do is find half of 6 plus 14, which is what?
So 10.
Yeah, so median equals 10. And so this is just here to demonstrate, hey, this is what we're doing when we plug things into that formula, is we're just finding the median or the average, and then we multiply times the height to get 10 times 12, 120.
Unit squared.
Is the median units squared or just units?
Units.
So it's just the median's just the length of this. So there's nothing squared there, it's just a straight length.
Kites.
Alright, kites, have you guys worked with this formula before?
No.
Okay, so kites formula is just 1/2 diagonal times diagonal. And so all we have to do for kites is plug it in. 1/2, 9 times 14. Because it gives it to us here. Can y'all mental math that?
Oh, that's just 9, 18.
I heard someone say it's 63.
Listen, dude, I'm doing it in my head.
It's 120. Divide by 2.
126.
Oh, shush. You're so full.
So the fast way is divide the 14 by 2 first, and then just do 9 times 7 to get 63.
Oh, you
So-
divide by 2.
All right. what information does it give us in problem 12?
Side is 20. Wait, the perimeter is 20, so each side is 5.
Yeah, perimeter is 20, and it's a rhombus, so every side's the same. So we can have 5, 5, 5, 5. We got that. And then the longer diagonal is 8. Do you guys remember anything about the diagonals of a rhombus that might help us solve this?
Oh, like normal lines.
Look like normal lines.
Are they smaller or the same? 5.
Okay.
We knew all the sides equaled each other. So some of the things, I know it's been a little while since we did that unit. Some diagonals of some shapes they intersected at the median, so they bisected each other. Some of them were right angles. Do you guys remember any of that about rhombus? No. Okay, so I'm going to tell you. Let's write it down because you will need this. So when we have a rhombus, diagonals are perpendicular, and diagonals bisect. So that means when you have problems like this, which you will have, we know all the sides are the same, and we know that this half equals this half. They told us the whole thing is 8, so what's each side then?
4.
So we know each part is 4, and we know that these are right triangles, and also these two are going to equal each other. And so if this is 4 and this is 5, what's that side? 3, yeah. And the whole thing would be 6. And so now, can I plug it into the 1/2 diagonal times diagonal?
Yes.
So I just do 1/2. What are my two diagonals?
8 and 6.
Oh, yeah.
8 and 6, because we have to double them.
24 is 12. Wait, no.
24.
Yes. Then divide that by
No, because 8 times 6 is... Yeah, the total is 24.
20, total is 24.
All
right. So you guys, that's the problem. Usually I get the most questions about this, so you might want to star this example in your notes, know to come back to it. All right, so that is our notes for today. What's your assignment today? All right, so we've done ones like this in the past. You guys, when you see the word ratio, what do you usually put in with those numbers? Anyone remember? X, yeah. So all we do when you see the word ratio is we say this side's 3x, this side is 5x. The entire thing equals 135. And so we just do 3x times 5x equals 135. And so 15x squared equals 135. Anyone mental math? 135 divided by 15? 6 or 9?
6 and 9.
6 and 9?
6.
6?
6.
It's 9.
I told you it was 6.
So if x squared equals 9, what's x equal?
12.
X equals 3. Is that what it asked us to find?
No.
No, what did it ask us to find?
The dimensions.
The dimensions. So what are the dimensions? X equals 3.
9 and 15.
Yeah.
Good job.
And then meters. Okay, so numbers, the next problem, number 16, will be the same way.